Dear students, welcome to today's session. Today's class we will be seeing the issue of shares at par. Issue of shares at par value. What is this par value? It is the face value or the nominal value of the shares issued. Previous class we saw what is the procedure for issuing the shares. First, what is the first procedure? Receipt of application. So, after going through the prospectus, if the shareholders are interested, they will apply for the shares. How many number of shares if you want to buy, you can buy using one application. This application money, as per the Companies Act of 2013, it should be at least 5% of the nominal value. But as per the guidelines provided by SEBI, it should be at least 25% of the face value. Okay. So, you understood that how the applications are received, how the money is deposited in a scheduled bank, and then the allotment is made. Suppose if there is oversubscription, what the directors do? They reject or they do pro rata allotment. Once the shares are allotted, once the shareholder receives the allotment letter, they become the owners of the company. Now, what is the next step? This shares issue of shares at par value, that is the face value. Shares can be issued at par value, or it can be issued at premium, or it can be issued at discount also. Par value is the face value. For example, if the shares are issued, par value is rupees 10, that is the face value. Suppose if it is issued for rupees 12, that is more than the par value, that is what? That is called as shares issued at premium. So, the 2 rupees is considered as the premium. Suppose if the shares are issued for rupees 9, lesser than the par value or face value, that is called as shares issued at a discount. So, the 1 rupee is considered as discount here, and here 2 rupee is considered as the premium. So, the shares can be issued at par value or face value. It can be issued at a premium, means more than the par value. Discount means less than the par value. Okay, understood? Shares can be the value of the shares. It can be collected, the amount can be collected from the public in installment. What is that? The company can make the calls as per their convenience, and also the directors can collect the money from the public according to their convenience as per the provisions provided in the articles. As I already told you, what is this articles of association? It is a very important document of the company. So, as per the guidelines provided in the articles, this amount has to be collected from the public. To make it very easy to understand, I will just show you an example. Suppose if the share value is rupees 10, one share, rupees 10 per share. This 10 rupees will not be collected at one time itself. It will be collected in installments. That is, first they may take it in the form of application, then in the form of allotment, then calls, first call, second call, and final call. So, these are the ways the company can collect the money from the public. That is, instead of collecting in one installment itself, it will be collected in different installment at different intervals. Okay. Suppose this is 10 rupees. So, here what they will give? Application, allotment, first call, second and final call. Okay. So, the application they will be collecting 2 rupees, allotment rupees 3, first call rupees 2, then second call and final call rupees 3. So, 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3, this totally gives how much rupees? It gives 10 rupees. So, the value of one share, that is rupees 10, it is collected in different installments in this way. This is just one example I have showed you. It can be collected, even they can go for one more call, third and final call also they can go. Okay. Now, this money, this application money and the call money should not be, according to the Companies Act, it should be at least 5%. But according to the guidelines given by SEBI, it should be 25%. It should be at least 25% of the issue price. Okay, understood? Now, I will first show you what are the journal entries we have to write for these different, how the money is collected from the public. What is the journal entries for that? When the shares are issued at a par, first we will see that, then we will go to the journal entries when the shares are issued at premium, and for the journal entries when the shares are issued at a discount. So, now we will go to the issue of shares at par. What are the journals to be written? The first journal entry is the receipt of application money, receipt of application. Here, the shareholder, after going through the prospectus, they are interested, they will apply for the shares. So, the first entry will be the cash entry only in case of application. In other cases, the transfer entry will be first and then the cash entry will be coming. So, here receipt of application, when the application money is received, so what is the journal entry? Debit what comes in. So, the money what is got from the public has to be deposited in a scheduled bank. It cannot be used until the minimum subscription prescribed in the prospectus is collected from the public. So, debit what comes in, what is coming inside, money is coming inside. So, that is deposited in the bank. So, you have to write like this, bank account data to share application. This is the money received on application. Then you have to write the narration, receipt of application. Okay, you understood? When the application money is received, debit what comes in. So, bank account data to, on what we are receiving this, we are receiving the money on application. So, receipt of application money, that is the cash entry. Next is the transfer entry. The money what is received on application, it has to be transferred to share capital. Second is transfer entry. The money received on application should be transferred to share capital. So, the entry is share application account data to share capital. Share application account data to share capital. So, put the amount, write the narration, transfer of application money. Okay, understood? This is the second entry. First entry, you are receiving the application. Second entry, the money what is received on application is transferred to share capital. Okay. Then next we will go to the third entry. Third entry is the rejected entry. Suppose if there is oversubscription. I already told you in the previous class what is oversubscription. The company would have issued one amount of shares, but the public would have subscribed for more than what is issued by the company. So, in that case, the directors have two options. One they can reject the full money, or next one is that they can do pro rata allotment. When the shares are rejected, what is the entry for that? When you are receiving, what is the entry? What do you write for that? Bank to share application. When the money is rejected and refunded, you have to put the reverse entry. So, that is share application account data to bank. The reverse of the first entry. Excess application money refunded. Excess money, if the directors decide, they can refund the money. Next is that fourth entry is that they are not rejecting, they are using it for future payment, they are adjusting with the future payment means, then what is the entry? Share application account data to share allotment, that is excess application money adjusted with allotment. Understood? What is the third entry? Third entry is the rejected entry. When there is oversubscription, the directors can reject and send the money back to the shareholders. So in that case the entry is share application account data to bank. Next, instead of refunding, they can keep the money and adjust with the future payment. So for that, what is the entry you have to make? Share application account data to share allotment. We understood this. Next we will go to the next entry. So totally we have seen 4 entries. Next is the 5th entry. 5th entry is allotment money now. After receiving the application money, what the directors will do? They will send the allotment letter. Whoever is allotted the shares, they will send the allotment letter to the shareholders. Once the shareholder receives the allotment letter, they become the owners of the company. So now what the directors will do? We have to first write the due entry for the allotment money, what is due. So what is the entry for that? Share allotment account data to share capital. So they are demanding the next installment by allotment. A particular money can be called, the particular amount of money can be called by the directors, demanding the shareholders to pay the money. So that is that entry is share allotment account data to share capital. Allotment money due. The first case we wrote the cash entry, then the transfer entry, but here we cannot write the cash entry first because the money is still due. The shareholders don't know whether they have to pay the money or not. Only when the demand is made by the directors, only the shareholders will know that the shares are allotted for them, and then they will pay the money. So here the due entry will be first, that is the transfer entry will be first, then only the cash entry. Next is the cash entry. Cash entry for receipt of allotment money. So when you receive the money, debit what comes in? Bank account data to share allotment. So allotment money received. So this is for the entry when the shares are issued at par. If it is issued at premium or discount, the entry will be different. Okay, understood? Allotment money is due, share allotment account data to share capital. When the allotment money is received, bank account data to share allotment account. Okay. Next we will go to the calls. First call money due. So when the call money is due, what is the entry? Again you have to write like this: share first call account data to share capital account. First call money due. Okay, again the call is made by the directors. What is a call? It is the demand made by the directors to the shareholders to pay the money. There should be a gap of at least 1 month between 2 calls. Okay, and the calls also should be made as per the guidelines given by the, as per the provisions given in the articles. Okay, now the call money is due. Again here the call money should be at least 25% of the face value of the shares. Call money is due after getting the letter from the director. After getting the letter from the directors, the shareholder will pay the money. So again when they pay, next is the receipt of call money. So for that, bank account data to share first call money received. Understood? When the call money is due, share first call account data to share capital. When the call money is received, bank account data to share first call. The same entries should be made, written for second call and final call. But here you have to change share second call account data to share capital. Then here you have to write bank account data to share second call or final call. Okay, understood children? So these are the entries. Suppose if there is any arrears, means that has to be shown. That I will tell it in the next class. If there is any calls in arrears, or if the shares are forfeited, what is the procedure, all that we will see it in the next class. Thank you.